The most controversial thing I love about my girlfriend. I'm dating Quinn, a repossession specialist. She takes back expensive stuff, cars, boats, jet skis, from people who stopped paying. The controversial part isn't the job. It's that she does it alone at 2 o'clock in the morning in a matte black van, wearing black gloves. When I tell people this is what I love most about her, they look at me like I'm dating a serial killer. I met Quinn on a repo run. I drive a tow truck, and she needed help with a BMW that was chained to a fence post. It was 3 a.m., pouring rain, and she was out there with bolt cutters like it was a regular Tuesday. I was hooked immediately. My friends and family think I'm insane. My buddy Jason said her job is sociopath behavior. My mom straight up called her spiteful after hearing one story. But here's the thing, Quinn isn't mean. She is completely immune to manipulation, and that's what I love. The unflinching repo queen. I spent years dating women who needed everyone to like them, who'd bend over backward to avoid conflict. Quinn is the opposite. She is fine being the villain if it means doing her job right, and she doesn't lose a second of sleep over it. The jet ski incident. She had to repo a $90,000 jet ski from a screaming guy who threatened to shoot her. Quinn didn't flinch. She pulled out her phone, started recording, said, "That's a felony threat, just so you know," and kept hooking up the trailer. The guy instantly deflated. She drove off totally calm. The grill. She repossessed a fancy grill while a family was actively cooking burgers on it. They begged her to let them finish. She said no, unhooked it, loaded it up, said, "Not my call, contract's clear," and left. The ATV. When a guy handcuffed himself to his four-wheeler, she waited 30 minutes, called the cops for obstruction, and drove off with the ATV while he was still arguing with the officer. My coworker called that cold-blooded. I called it impressive. My mom refuses to have Quinn over now. The last time, she asked Quinn if the job ever made her feel bad. Quinn replied, "Why would it? They signed a contract. I'm just enforcing it." My mom looked horrified. I thought it was the most honest thing I'd ever heard at a family dinner. The true attraction. The thing is, Quinn's not heartless in regular life. She cries at dog videos and is genuinely kind to people who deserve it. She has simply built an impenetrable wall between her work and her feelings. 2 weeks ago, I went with her to repo a Tesla from a guy who'd been dodging her for months. The guy was waiting with 2 friends. Blocking the driveway at 1 a.m. Quinn got out, walked right up and gave him a choice. "You can move, or I can call the police for obstruction." He started with the whole sob story, needing the car for work, medical appointments for his kid, etc. Quinn just stood there, completely unmoved. Finally, she turned to me and said, "Start filming." The guys backed off immediately. She hooked up the Tesla in under 5 minutes while the guy shouted about her ruining his life. She didn't say one word back. On the drive home, she turned up the radio and sang along to a pop song like nothing happened. That's when I realized I don't love her despite this quality. I love her because of it. She's the most brutally honest, unflappable, and unapologetic person I've ever met.